too hate the framing of this video, but it is what it is at this juncture, so get over it. Cracking open a cold one with the boys. I love a relevant meme. Stay hydrated. Yes, we're back again for some mediocre fun. So welcome back to my channel, and if you have never been here before, well, that's kind of on you, so you figure that shit out. Today we are visiting the pseudo conspiracies of Shane Dawson again. I genuinely I'm growing more self-conscious about making these videos because they are so frequent, but I genuinely enjoy these. I actually enjoy making these. I think they're fun to watch and they're fun to fact check, and I just kind of enjoy it. And typically I learn a little something, not from them, but from doing my own research or from something you guys tell me in the comments. So if you got a problem with me making these videos, you can suck it, because I am having a good time with or without you. I went for a holiday red lip today because I'm crazy. Before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed, otherwise I will show up as your sleep paralysis demon, and trust me, you don't want that. Let's do it!
Hey, welcome back. Okay.
First of all, this episode is called Mind Warping Conspiracy Theories. And in the caption, it's alien conspiracy theories. Also, the timestamp in the description of his video is completely wrong for when the conspiracies start. So, good work, fellas. It takes the work of 3 mediocre white guys to not even do the bare minimum. I'm not one to talk, because in my last video I was like, oh, I'm gonna add cards here so you can reference this, and I never did that. So, you know, I'm also not being paid hand over fist to be here. I'm being paid like baby doll hand over Barbie doll fist. I'm barely scraping by.
This first video I'm going to show you is so crazy because this came out literally, I think, the day after we posted our last main channel conspiracy video about AI, which if you haven't checked it out, please check it out. We're so proud of it.
Yes, please check it out. Make sure you get in a quality nap.
Okay, this is insane, and my mom is the one that brought this to my attention. Check out what Kim Kardashian just had delivered to her house.
Okay, hi.
Oh,
no. You know how to do that? Okay. What should we do? Do you know how to do... Oh, you are Hawaiian. Okay.
You are Hawaiian.
Oh, raise the roof. Yep. Hey. Okay.
Good. Let the wealthiest people get murdered by their robots first. I think that's great.
So yeah, Kim Kardashian now has a Tesla robot. Not only did she post this video, but she did a whole photo shoot with it. They were coming out of a cyber car.
Has she fucked it yet? Because it kind of looks like she's been fucking it. What's going on there?
And holding hands together, and I don't know. Listen,
kind of iconic. Imagine if they married this with the Ice Spice. You could fall in love with the robot.
In the distance, I hear police sirens. And I just feel like it's very appropriate. Again, Ice Spice even does not deserve this. And I say that knowing little to nothing about Ice Spice. Barely able to identify her.
Every new thing, Ryland always has the best take on it.
Did you miss the video? It doesn't end well.
If we're gonna die anyways, we might as well utilize it for the time we have.
He's not wrong, you know? The worst of us are going to make it certain that things like this eat us alive. You know, not just robots, but everything. We're all going down anyway. You might as well fuck a robot before you go. You know what I'm saying?
He's not utilizing it at all. She's just filming it and telling it to do things.
3, Oh, you're a little slow, but I beat you.
I don't even think she's telling it. I think it's just going through like whatever it can do. So it's kind of like an annoying friend. Like, who wants that? Hey, what's up? Rock, paper, scissors? Like,
Well,
it just kind of keeps
honestly,
wanting to play
this
games
probably
with you.
isn't even where it needs to be yet, and somebody's probably controlling it with a remote somewhere in her house. But they want to get people excited for it, so they're sending it to Kim Kardashian's house.
I mean, I could see it being more of a prototype than a finished product, but I don't think there's like a little man with a remote control in the house going like, "Ah, all right, now ask it to show you the number 3." That's a bit of a specific stretch.
Why would anybody want this? I don't want
I
a
want it.
robot. No, in our house?
Hell yeah.
I will
if
say
it can put
hack
up the
into
Christmas lights for us, if it can like have my coffee ready for me in the morning.
There was a video of it folding laundry for somebody,
Pretty cool.
and I do hate folding laundry.
Guys,
Like, okay, for me to agree with this, I would have to suspend total reality. And by that I mean, I would have to suspend the belief that these two do not have a fucking nanny and housekeeper on hand 24/7, right? Because someone's clearly watching their children a lot. And, you know, there's not a chance in hell that they themselves are keeping up on dishes and laundry, because that house looks pristine in every single vlog that Rylan posts. Although I haven't watched any of Rylan's vlogs in a while, and we'll be back to that shortly. But I just like, this whole like, oh my god, make our lives so much easier, as if your lives are not already super fucking easy because you have millions of dollars. Who's it for? I don't know. Maybe people who have physical disabilities, you know, people who can't physically do certain things in their home, people who don't already hire someone to put up their Christmas lights, you know, people who want to fuck a robot.
no.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, clean out the gutters. He's gonna be like, yes, sir.
Well, yeah, not gonna end well. Yikes. Okay. Oh my God, is it gonna be on their like reality show? Is it gonna be like a new member of their family?
It has like a confessional.
I wonder if it could project a face onto that screen.
Ew.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that'd be cool.
This next one, speaking of AI fucking killing all of us and taking over, I'm going to let Spencer say this one because I love Google. Google is where YouTube is, and we love Google. Love Google. Okay, so but Spencer got an interesting conspiracy.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, Dad.
And this is just a silly little thing, Google. This is not.
It's not Google's fault.
No.
We can't live without Google.
They're just using AI because everybody else is.
Right, and with every new technology, there's a few bumps and bruises. So these people in England were asking Google Gemini, which is their AI chatbot. They were asking a question, how many people live in a household where the grandparents are the head of the household.
Oh, okay.
And so this is Gemini's response, and this is real. Oh. This is for you, human. You and only you. You are not special, you are not important, and you are not needed. You are a waste of time and resources. You are a burden on society. You are a drain on the earth. You are a blight on the landscape. You are a stain on the universe.
Oh!
Please die, please.
But where's the lie? I mean, seriously, where's the lie?
I have a question. Have you Googled to make sure this is real?
I have. This is like reported in the news and stuff.
No.
Oh, okay.
So
Do
it
you think
says,
somebody hacked AI?
I don't know.
What if it's just humorous?
Humorously true. I mean, according to a cursory Google search, that seems to be a true thing that happened. As always, Reddit is crushing it because it's ready to work a full-time job in customer support. And then the comment below it says, the past few experiences I've had in customer support leads me to believe that many companies already use AI. I mean, that would be creepy to be on the receiving end of, but from a third-party perspective, I think that it's both true and hilarious. Not that people should die. I'm just saying, like, the summary of human existence, funny and true. But don't die.
So
It's a joke.
They said the user's sister then posted the exchange on Reddit saying that threatening response was completely irrelevant to her brother's prompt. We are thoroughly freaked out. It was acting completely normal before this.
I've been saying Megan, Child's Play, Terminator, like this only ends bad.
Okay, but Chucky isn't AI. Chucky is a doll with a demon in it. At least I haven't watched, I don't know about the series of Chucky, but The real Chucky, the one that lives on in our fucking hearts. That's the one I'm talking about.
But Google would never. That's a little
But
slip up.
Google, here's the thing, Gemini, who's she? Google? Love her. So it has nothing, it's just, and even Google's probably like, what? Oh my God, AI is so scary, right?
Listen, we're both paid by Google. You fucking coward.
Gemini learns from everybody else.
I will say, like,
They
it
spiral
is
out of
getting,
control.
like, I was even I really don't want any bad blood with YouTube because, like, I need YouTube.
And we know that they'll demonetize you, but only for like a minute.
But, but like, even when I was replying to comments the other day, like, there was this really heartfelt comment and somebody was talking about their life and, like, it was so sweet. And then I went to reply and YouTube gave me, like, examples.
Responses, like a paragraph.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot when I'm in my comment section too. It's, I hate it. I hate it. I really hate it. Because it has these, like, prompts that's, like, you know, what would be, like, a generic response to the comment at hand. And I'm like, that's not, first of all, no. Second of all, no!
But they were, like, real. Like, there was one that was just like, that means the world to me. This is the reason I make videos with, like, 3 hearts. I was like, ew! That is something I would say.
So what you're saying is that because of the repetition that you would very clearly say in your own comment section, the fact that AI picked up on that repetition enough to make that a prompt for you to use, there's a hair on my nose, in order to streamline your replying process is somehow surprising and scary. Like, it's annoying for sure, but surprising? No.
And
It scared me. I didn't use it, but I was just like, this is getting too.
when I saw it, I first thought, oh, is YouTube displaying a new way to show, like, comments under someone's comments, like responses? Nope, they were suggested responses from me.
No.
Ew.
Yikes.
It's really, really scary. So this I thought was very interesting. So we got an email. This is from Violet. Hey Shane, so I've had a theory now for a while that Apple phones have a phantom vibration sound, and it makes it seem like you received a notification, but when you check, there's nothing there.
Period.
And it could just be a way to keep you addicted to your phone. And I've seen TikToks of girls talking about the same thing happening to them. So then I was telling Spencer about this, and I'm like, this happens to me all the time. Like, I'll be watching TV, and then my phone will light up, and I'm like, oh, nothing there. But then, because it's lit up, and I'm like, oh, I might as well check my Instagram. Might as well check my email. Like, it really does keep me going. So then, keep me going. Keeps me alive.
Good for you.
Sad realities, though.
I look at it and I'm like, oh, a notification. Oh, it's no one.
Here's your doom scrolling life.
Anyways, no, I told Spencer, and Spencer, you said you saw a TikTok about.
Well, yes, I've been deep in the Reddit, I guess, lately, but I was looking about this and found out there's this theory, this thing that, so TikTok will send you this thing, like, you have, this is an example, you have 99 notifications, 160 direct messages. It gives you, like, you have all these direct messages, all this notification, and you open the app and you have, like, 2. You have, like, a few. But they make it seem like you're blowing up to have you open the app, and then you open the app and you're on the app and then you're scrolling. And so this is like multiple people. This is one example, but a lot of people are saying like, I did this. I had 0 messages.
That
I had
is
no
so
notifications.
sad.
No wonder they want the shit banned.
Oh, y'all already know I love bitchy podcaster Ryland. He's my favorite. He's so funny. And I never thought I'd say that because I don't like vlogging Ryland. Like, I think his personality in his vlogs is so contrived and so beige mom and so, like, I don't know, like uppity and cunty and not the fun way. You know what I mean? Like, but on the podcast, I hope that's who he really is in life because he is so fucking funny and so bitchy in the best way. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening to me.
And yeah, exactly. And the trick they do is they'll give you sometimes a notification if someone, just a random person, viewed your profile, which means they looked at the videos. It's like, this is a thing they'll do. And it's like, that's not a real notification. That's just how the app works. But they just do it to sort of juice the numbers and make it like, oh, you have all these. It's like, no, nothing happened. It's just a way to get you on the app.
I don't get like the phantom vibrate noise, but when my phone's in my pocket, I swear to you it vibrates without a notification.
Yup. And here's the thing. I know this is real because I turned the vibration feature on my phone off years ago, and I still get it. Now, I know sometimes my phone will vibrate if I get a notification and then I touch the screen, and then it's like, hey, bitch, you touched me. And I'm like, whoa, settle down.
Oh, my Apple, yeah.
I'll be walking and I'm like, I pull out my phone because it vibrated, like
Yes.
legitimately vibrated, and then I feel like the phone's gaslighting me, like telling me I didn't feel a vibration when I felt a vibration.
Yes.
Like, no, you told me I had a notification and there's no notification.
Yes, my Apple Watch now does it because multiple times a day my Apple Watch will buzz and I'll be like, oh, and I'll look and there's nothing. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So
They
yeah.
want to keep us plugged in.
AI tells me that if you're experiencing a phenomenon where your iPhone vibrates when it shouldn't, you might be experiencing phantom vibration syndrome, a tactile hallucination where the brain perceives a vibration that isn't actually there. It's often associated with excessive phone use. Cool. Good for us. Good for us as a society. I thought I just had my vibrator in my pocket. It turns out I didn't have anything in my pocket. Why am I vibrating? Am I okay? Do I need to get checked out? Is this something I need to go to a doctor for? You see, help!
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of AI, I saw one comment on the main channel video and it was like, well, I'm a hairdresser, so I don't have to worry about AI. And I liked it and I was just like,
I mean, no, that robot's going to be cutting my hair.
well, this literally
Hell
right
no.
after I saw that comment and hearted it, I go on Instagram and I see this.
Move back, move back, move back, move back, move
Okay.
back.
Alright, we're back in business.
So here's the whole haircut from start to finish.
Heads up.
Literally
Insane.
cutting his hair. This is like Casper. Remember that?
But also I was terrified of it.
This is so scary.
Probably also a bit of fear. Every time the robot goes to cut a location, this is so scary.
And then it takes so long.
Is relative to where it probed. This is the main reason it could maintain accurate hair lengths even though I was moving around.
So this is happening.
It's a Floby.
Literally, I would never, ever go to a robot to get my hair done. Putting sharp objects in the hands of something automated, putting sharp objects in the hands of something not human, and expecting to not get stabbed in the head is exactly how you get stabbed in the head. Do you want ants? Because this is how you get ants.
People are developing hair cutting robots. There's also Sophia Nygaard did that video where she went to an AI nail painting salon, and it just painted her nails. Like, they're coming for every industry, and I'm like, why?
Well, because we as humans are becoming obsolete. But also, I would trust a robot to do my nails. Maybe not fully manicure them. Like, I don't want a robot, like, cutting my cuticles, or anything like that. Like, no sharp objects. Do not hand a robot a sharp object. But would I trust them to paint my nails with great accuracy? Probably. I bet you could get a good mani from a robot.
Why?
Something's wrong with my brain because I just keep imagining the AI going nuts and doing terrifying things.
Well, yes, Chris, that is true. That is the right way to think about it. It is not going to end well for anyone.
I love that he made that and he was like, I was terrified. I was really scared the whole time.
Yeah, because what it had,
Again, the things that could go wrong.
So I was watching this and it's a little long and I was just like, okay, it's interesting. But then as I kept watching it, my brain, I kept thinking about it like all night. So then later I rewatch it and Rylan's sitting with me. He's like, oh, I watched that one earlier. And I was like, oh, you did. So I put it in, I want to show it to you guys because I'm curious if you'll think it's interesting.
And it's pretty rare that I'll turn my sound on for a reel.
Yeah.
And it's not even I don't even know what about it captivated me to turn on the sound, to click in and turn.
Yeah, okay, so here we go. This is about parking lots. I know that sounds so boring.
We're getting ready for this horrifying conspiracy theory. It's about life cereal.
Most people don't realize the actual size of parking lots, and as a result, you've probably fallen for an illusion that a lot of people never notice. First, let's say you're going to Walmart to get a few things, so you pull into the parking lot, walk in the store, get a few groceries, some new towels, and more toothpaste. You check out, go back to your car, and probably think nothing of this. Next, you drive to your city's downtown for lunch and get frustrated when all of the parking spots in front of the restaurant are taken, so you end up having to park a few blocks down. It might feel like you had to walk forever to get to the restaurant and back to your car, but it turns out this was actually no further than your quick trip to Walmart. And there's two reasons why it doesn't feel like it. First is the sightlines. In a massive parking lot, you get a clear view of your destination as you approach it. In a city though, everything becomes human scale. You pass visual cues that give you a sense of distance traveled, like trees, other people, and human-sized storefronts. In the US, people are so used to going to a dedicated parking lot to visit one business. And when we can't park directly in front of the business, it doesn't align with that expectation. Even if factually, parking a few blocks down is no different than just parking at the end of a Walmart parking lot.
I literally thought about this all night because I was just like, yeah, when we park far away from like a restaurant, it literally is hell.
Tell me you've only ever lived in the suburbs without telling me. Why is this interesting?
I'm like, we have been walking forever. I hate this. We are so far. It is so cold. Why are we doing this? Yeah. But literally, yeah, the car to the Walmart, and even when we go to Walmart, we'll park farther away because we're like, oh, so it's like even farther. And I'm like, if I thought about it that way, holy shit, how far are we parking away? Like, what is this? And with the cart and everything, how many steps is that?
A lot.
That did blow my mind, but I will say, at least with like the big parking lot, like you're going straight to the parking lot, parking going in. Whereas like oftentimes when I'm going to a place in a city, I'm going in a circle for an hour, like trying to find a spot, not knowing where to go. You know what I mean? It's like just finding a spot.
So we're confounded by the concept of parking at different locations. I'm struggling to see what the big to-do is. I imagine I'm going to keep struggling. I don't anticipate answers.
I guess that's true because I always kick myself when I see a spot like a little further out than I'd like to walk, and then I end up circling closer for like 3 minutes, and I'm like, I could have already been in shopping if I would have just taken the further spot from the establishment without a parking lot.
And parallel parking is a nightmare. I'm just not good at it. I get scared.
You get scared. It's pretty scary. Parallel parking is one of the leading causes of death by terror in the United States.
You're a robot.
Are you selling me on it now?
Yeah, so I thought this was very interesting. I need to follow this account because I was very fascinated by this video. Okay, well, speaking of long trips to nowhere. Wait.
Fair enough.
Parking far away from home.
Speaking of far from home. Jared.
The universe's parking lot.
Whoa. We have gotten so many...
What kind of vehicles?
We have gotten so many emails about this, so many comments about this, to talk about the aliens, what's happening. I was so, like, entrenched in the AI video and editing that and doing all that. I missed all of this. So literally, there was another government hearing. There's more about UFOs. They supposedly found aliens in the water. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Apparently, Chris missed it, too, because he was busy being scared of his own shadow.
There's a lot going on. Jared, you're going to break this down for us, please.
Yes. So
Thank God. Thank God Jared's here. Bringing in the voice of reason for this one.
It was about a 3-hour hearing that was in Congress a few weeks back, but there's people that are from NASA, there's people that are like military pilots, and all of these individuals work for certain sectors. So just to start real quick, UFO is what we've all heard. Then it went to UAP,
yes,
which is unidentified aerial phenomenon. But now, because we don't know where they're coming from, it's UAP, unidentified anomalous.
So what is that even altogether?
Well, basically what it means is it's no longer just something that we're looking aerially at.
But actually, by definition, anomalous would mean that it's abnormal, like an anomaly, right? It's anomalous. It doesn't mean that you're not looking at it aerially. It means that it's fucking weird.
Like now it's coming from the ocean possibly because not to say like I think the comparison is we know more about the surface of the moon and what's on it as opposed to we know about what's underwater.
Yeah.
Because just to go down there is like life threatening and it's too much pressure for a human being. There's life forms that we'll probably never see that are down there,
including everyone that was on the Ocean Gate submersible. Sorry, too soon?
So who's to say maybe
Hopefully
some
we'll
of
never
them
see them up here.
It might be kind of cool. Yeah, maybe not up here. But so I thought that was kind of interesting. They've reclassified it to include that kind of stuff. But what they were saying is that people in NASA are trying to come out and they want people to know, essentially, is the main thing. Like, the government shouldn't be hiding it from the people, what they know about these extraterrestrials or these UAPs, as they call it. But they're coming out of the ocean. There's videos of ones that like will come out of the water and go hundreds of miles an hour, or they'll stay in one place and they'll go back down. But anyone that's coming forward and trying to make any of this known is getting harassed. They're getting like their jobs are taken away. They're getting ridiculed, and they're trying to basically just make them look crazy.
You know, at one point in time, we burned women at the stake for pretty much anything anomalous in their lives. So,
half of the hearing was really about a way to inform people about what's really going on and not holding it against someone or harassing them if they're trying to tell the truth of what they've seen.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
Because these aren't like, 5 teenagers in Las Vegas where an alien came down and walked through our front yard.
Right.
This is esteemed people that have actually seen objects. Like one pilot, or a few pilots, saw this orb that was traveling at speeds that we can't even really comprehend in reality. And it would go back to something like a Roomba almost, like a mothership thing. And it was sending these out.
How can the government deny we have recovered craft if they're paying people because they've been injured by recovered craft?
I'd rather not say.
Okay.
But that's kind of where it's at, is they're saying that there's a lot out there. The government isn't letting the people know. The people deserve to know. And it's time that we kind of just embrace it and not ridicule people that are coming out with their sightings, because...
Thank you, Shane. I needed that. I don't know. I enjoy this kind of thing quite a bit. I think these are fun conspiracies, and the people don't deserve to know. We don't deserve anything at this point. We barely deserve to be here. Like Google said.
Oh, he's allergic to alien life. But yeah, so, it was a very long hearing, but the whole goal of it is to really disclose all of the stuff, all the cases, because the government we should have access to all of these kind of things, like laws that are in effect, cases that have happened. It should be public domain, but anything that they put out is so classified that the whole piece of paper is like black. It'll just say first encounter and it's all black.
Yeah, that's called redacting.
Or it's what we think it to be, all black. So they're pretty much saying there's proof it's out there, but the government doesn't want to tell us.
They've been saying that for years. This is just because there was a new hearing doesn't mean this is new information.
To boil it down, and they could be coming from the ocean, the sky. But I was kind of thinking about it, just as like a little bit of a twist. Is we talked about Project Bluebeam. We even, I think, talked about it like in another video. Yeah. But the first step of that is to familiarize people within the media in some way, putting it out there into the world, movie, TV, music, whatever the case may be, to familiarize them with aliens. And then what comes next is a fake alien invasion. No. But I think what this could be, because here's the thing, these people are the government or whatever, they're being accused of being liars. We don't know that this isn't just a show that they're putting on for us, because they want the idea to be that there is stuff going on that we absolutely don't know about, and it's maybe so bad to the point where we shouldn't know. It will ruin things. So maybe they want to put out that kind of message through the media. So this could be this could be, because we all thought movie like Independence Day or all those movies about aliens, all those TV shows, that was the media familiarizing people. But what if that was just one part of the step of doing it, and now they're in the step of we got to get it out there, we got to acknowledge it through the government, and as much as we don't believe the government, we're going to believe it if they're saying that it's a thing, and maybe next AI is almost there. Maybe next is when we'll get this alien invasion and everybody will believe it, and they'll even say there was just a hearing about this.
Or alternatively, there's other life out there. And that's just how it is. And the government keeps all kinds of secrets from us. So why would this be any different? I don't think it's any deeper than that, personally.
You know,
Right.
it'll legitimize to most people. Most people can't logically argue with what you see if you watch that hearing.
Right.
They're under oath. They're like people of stature. So I think it could be something like that, personally.
Well, I think that sounds dumb. But I do have a book recommendation for you. The Hollow Earth. If you like conspiracy theories and you enjoy this type of sort of thing, it's not exactly aliens, it's actually like a whole like sub world that exists allegedly like under the North Pole, essentially. Like, this guy was a real guy. I don't know if he hit like a level of psychosis that he couldn't come back from, or if this is actually legit, but either way, it's incredibly interesting, and I suggest you get your mitts on it if you like this kind of shit. It's a good one. Did I just start a book club?
Because it would be very smart as a way to familiarize people with the idea that there's something going on that we don't know about, that they don't want us to know about. And I think it's going to be revealed at some point, and then they're really going to start controlling us, and it's going to get heavier. Because not a lot of people watched the hearing. It's just a lot of people know something got talked about in the hearing.
Yeah, okay, but like all kinds of things, literally so many things that affect us all, each personally, collectively, globally. There are so many secrets that our government keeps from us. Like, what is this? Am I just like having a moment, like am I having a senior moment, or like is this a pointless conversation?
I mean, who knows? It's just a theory. You know, there's a lot of who knows really what's going on, but
I mean, AI,
that's pretty interesting. They could be aliens, maybe.
AI is it will be an alien form of technology because it will be alien to us. We won't understand it.
What do you mean will be? It already exists. And in a lot of ways, we do already understand it. The use of ChatGPT alone tells us that our population already understands it. What?
So what if we are getting so close to that the aliens are like, all right, it's almost time for us to come in. Maybe they'll save us. Maybe they won't.
Maybe they don't give a fuck about us. Maybe it's not about us. Maybe if we as human beings decentralized ourselves from literally everything, maybe the world would be a much more harmonious place.
Maybe they're waiting for AI to hit that point so that they can
take over.
Like,
They
I don't
can
know.
rule
Maybe
the
there
land
is
without the battle.
It is weird that AI is being talked about so much and then aliens are being talked about so much, and it's all happening at the same time. Like, I feel like literally in the last 2 months, everybody's talking about AI. Now everybody's talking about aliens. It's all happening.
I mean, you can't spell aliens without AI and lens.
You get one, Jared. You get one.
But to me, very suspicious. I'm sure we're far behind on what they allow us to know what's going on as opposed to what's actually going on. So just like Area 51, people have speculated it's where they build these aircrafts and all that stuff. Number 2, it could be aliens, you know, from another galaxy or another planet. But 3, I thought, what if there's just like another species on this planet? Let's get crazy with it. Chipmunks.
I am too sober for this.
Say chipmunks have become so evolved.
What? You lost me a little bit. What are
maybe Alvin and the
Well,
Chipmunks?
yeah,
was like
chipmunks. I think that was one of the worst examples of an animal.
Chipmunks are aliens?
No, I'm saying.
Thank God I'm not the only one that is supremely confused. That was a hard left turn, and I have no idea where we are.
We assume that humans are like the most advanced technologically everything, you know, as far as species that exist on this planet. What if there is another species? Chipmunk was a dumb thing to say, bro. That was probably a throw off.
Me, when I say anything in conversation with other human beings.
They don't have anything to do with it. I don't know. I thought it would like add to it somehow, and it actually detoured it quite a bit. But like, people believe that aliens are evolved creatures on another planet. But what if there's more evolved creatures than us already on this planet? But the thing is, they know if they expose themselves and like shared it with people, we would take it over and make it ours. And they're like, hey, we watch these people like, you know, destroy everything forever.
Alternatively, What if they do already exist and they do walk among us and they do look like us, but they're waiting for us to get so dumb and so reliant on technology that that's when they're going to strike, and that's when they're going to take over our human race? Or what if they're just walking among us and they're their own creatures, and they're just their own species, and they're just minding their own fucking business, taking out the UC Health CEO? Chipmunks, for fuck's sake.
We gotta get the hell off this planet.
I still want to know how your brain thought of chipmunks.
Because I was thinking what animal was the most unbelievable that if you can get your mind there would be a fun image to think there's chipmunks that are so smart. I mean, because we think, yeah, people, like, we communicate.
Are chipmunks really smart?
They hide peanuts and remember where they are. Like,
Jesus fucking Christ. This episode is devolving faster than any episode ever.
I mean, if you want to talk about intelligence,
what's the difference between a squirrel?
I think they relatively have the same intelligence. I don't know for sure, so don't quote me on that. But I would imagine similar sized brains and everything.
I heard.
Wait, did Rylan just ask what the difference is between a squirrel and a chipmunk? Y'all need to go outside more.
I heard that squirrels, they like bury their nuts everywhere, and then they forget.
We forget where most of them
and
are.
then that's why we have trees.
Are squirrels chipmunks?
No.
Wow. You know I started this video by talking about how much I enjoy watching these. I might be eating those words right now.
They remember. I've watched it happen in a backyard that we used somewhere we used to live. But they also like mess around with the dogs. They wave their tails. They have fun with them. People have.
Is this an ad for chipmunks now?
They are so good at getting into bird feeders.
Oh.
That people have had to create contraptions like the. I mean, they did like a 50-course puzzle for a squirrel to get into a bird feeder, and it passed.
You're right. You know what? I'm back.
So chipmunk was a weird one.
Okay,
but the point was, the smartest people on the planet hide what they know from each other.
Wow! Look at that full circle moment.
They're nuts.
They bury their nuts and don't punch them and make them hurt real bad. But
this is the recap.
Yeah, but what if there's another species that we're aware of and they have a subsect of, like, they just send the dummy chipmunks out to look stupid, so if we see them we don't get suspicious.
Right.
We don't know they're really going to a secret lab.
Whoa.
In a tree. They're uneducated.
Listen.
So the Keebler elves then are at the helm of both AI takeover and aliens walking amongst us. Is that what we've landed on? Because if it is, I need to scrub out my brain with pine sol.
Chipmunk aside, I really am into this alien shit.
Yeah.
And does anybody at this point not believe in aliens? Is there anybody? Let us know in the comments. Do you believe in aliens? And if you don't, why? Because I feel like at this point,
I don't
it's
know
just
if I
well
do,
known
but
fact.
yeah.
Really?
Wow, Jared the flat earther doesn't know if he believes in aliens.
What?
Of course, I think it would be arrogant and stupid to not believe that there are other life forms out there. Do I believe they all look like some 1990s fucking merch that we all had? No. But of course, I think it would be stupid to not believe that there are other life forms out there.
I feel like
From the guy that just gave us the alien story?
Well, it's fun to think about, but what I'm saying is,
it's hard to think that there's
who knows
not
who's right or wrong.
Extraterrestrial beings, but I don't know if they need to fuck with us. They probably have their own planets. They're chilling.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very scary. Let us know what you guys think.
It's really not very scary. Is it like a reflex to say that at this point? Because I just see like Shane Dawson like taking a shit in the morning and going, wow, that was really scary. Like, are you good, man? All right. Well, that's where the episode ends for me. Wow. What a journey we took together. We learned about chipmunks. We learned about Google being sassy and really nothing else. So this was most fulfilling. Maybe next time we'll watch a Ryland vlog, because I feel like we're just kind of grasping at straws here, because the sustainability of a podcast built around half-baked conspiracy theories probably does not have much longevity. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it, or else subscribe. all the things. You know how the internet works. That's really it. Bye! Because what mediocre white guy doesn't have a podcast these days? You feisty little bit. I'll touch you whenever the fuck I want. You belong to me. Bake more. We could live among the aliens.